Good day, students. Welcome to this JSS 1 Basic Science lesson on plants versus animal cells. In our last lesson, we studied the generalized animal cell in detail. Now we compare it with the plant cell. Both types share common features because all eukaryotic cells share a common ancestry, but plants have evolved additional structures to support their very different lifestyle. They make their own food, they are anchored in soil and cannot run away from danger, and they grow in very different ways from animals. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to draw and label a typical plant cell, compare plant and animal cells in a table, explain the functions of cell wall, chloroplast, and central vacuole, and explain how differences in structure relate to differences in function. Let us begin. Plant cell, additional structures. Plant cells have all the organelles found in animal cells plus 3 additional structures. Cell wall, a rigid outer layer outside the cell membrane, made of cellulose, the polysaccharide. Functions, gives the plant cell its rigid shape, provides mechanical support, helps plants stand upright, prevents the cell from bursting when full of water, it absorbs water by osmosis, fully permeable, water and dissolved substances pass through freely. Chloroplast, disc-shaped organelles containing the green pigment chlorophyll. Found in the leaves and green stems of plants, not in roots or non-green parts. Functions, site of photosynthesis, the process by which plants make their own food using sunlight, carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O, producing glucose and oxygen. Photosynthesis equation, word carbon dioxide plus water, light energy, glucose plus oxygen. Chlorophyll absorbs red and blue light, reflects green light, that is why plants appear green. Large central vacuole, one large, permanent vacuole in most mature plant cells, filled with cell sap, water plus dissolved salt and sugars. Functions, stores water, nutrients, and waste products. When full, it pushes the cell contents outward and creates stagger pressure, which keeps the plant firm/rigid, non-wilted. A plant wilts when it loses water from its central vacuole. Comparison table, plant cell versus animal cell. Feature plant cell, animal cell. Cell wall yes, cellulose, no. Cell membrane yes. Nucleus yes. Cytoplasm yes. Mitochondria yes. Ribosomes yes. Endoplasmic reticulum yes. Golgi apparatus yes. Chloroplast yes, in green cells, no. Large central vacuole yes, one large, no, small temporary ones. Centrioles no, are absent in higher plants, yes. Shape regular, box-like, rigid, irregular, variable. Special plant cells and their adaptations. Guard cells, surround the stomata, pores in leaves, kidney-shaped, have chloroplast. Function, open and close the stomata to control gas exchange and water loss. When turgid, full of water, they open the stoma. When flaccid, lacking water, they close it. Root hair cells, very long extensions on root cells, large surface area, chloroplast, they are underground. Function, absorb water and dissolved minerals from soil by osmosis and active transport. Palisade cells, tall, columnar cells in the leaf, packed with chloroplast. Function, maximize photosynthesis, directly below the upper surface of the leaf to receive the most light. Comparing plant and animal cell responses to water. Animal cell in excess water, absorbs water by osmosis, the cell may burst, lyse, because it has no cell wall to resist the pressure. Plant cell in excess water, absorbs water but the cell wall prevents bursting, the cell becomes turgid, firm, beneficial for plant support and opening of stomata. Plant cell losing water, e.g. drought, the central vacuole shrinks, cell becomes flaccid, in severe cases plasmolysis occurs, cell membrane pulls away from cell wall, and the plant wilts. 3 examination questions. Question 1. List 4 differences between plant and animal cells. A. Plant cells have a cell wall, cellulose. Animal cells do not. B. Plant cells have chloroplast, animal cells do not. C. Plant cells have a large permanent central vacuole, animal cells have only small temporary vacuoles. D. Animal cells have centrioles, plant cells do not, in higher/flowering plants. Question 2. A leaf cell and a root hair cell are both plant cells, yet the root hair cell has no chloroplast. Explain why. Root hair cells are located underground where there is no sunlight. Since photosynthesis requires light, chloroplast would serve no function in root cells. Root cells absorb water and minerals, they do not need to photosynthesize. Chloroplasts are only found in cells that are exposed to light, leaves, green stems, and guard cells. Question 3. Explain why a plant wilts when it does not receive enough water. When a plant lacks water, the central vacuoles in its cells lose water and become smaller. This reduces turgor pressure, the pressure that keeps cells firm and the plant upright. The cells become flaccid. Without the rigidity provided by turgid cells, the plant collapses and wilts. Watering the plant restores water to the vacuoles, turgor pressure is regained, and the plant becomes firm again. 3 common mistakes. Mistake 1. Drawing chloroplasts in root cells. Chloroplasts are only in green, light-exposed, plant cells. Roots, white flowers, and colorless plant parts do not have chloroplast. If your drawing of a root hair cell includes chloroplast, it is wrong, lose marks. Mistake 2. Saying all plant cells have chloroplast. All green cells of a plant have chloroplast, but non-green plant cells, roots, tubers, white petals, do not. Yam and cassava tubers are plant cells, but they have no chloroplast. Mistake 3. Confusing cell wall and cell membrane. The cell membrane is in all cells, it is thin, flexible, and selectively permeable. The cell wall is only in plant cells, also in fungi and bacteria, it is rigid, made of cellulose, and fully permeable. They are distinct structures. In a plant cell, both are present, wall outside, membrane inside it. Summary. Plant cells have everything in animal cells plus 1. Cell wall, cellulose, rigid support, prevents bursting, 2. Chloroplast, chlorophyll, photosynthesis, only in green parts, 3. Large central vacuole, water storage, turgor pressure. Animal cells have centriole, cell division, plant cells do not. Shape. Plant cells are regular/box-like, animal cells are irregular. Turgor equals water-filled cells giving plant rigidity, turgid equals firm, flaccid equals wilted. Special cells, guard cells, control stomata, root hair cells, absorb water, no chloroplast, palisade cells, maximize photosynthesis. For homework, A. Draw and fully label a plant cell and an animal cell. B. Construct a comparison table with at least 6 differences. C. Explain, why do root hair cells have no chloroplast but have a very long extension? Attempt a quiz on your LMS. Keep exploring the world around you. Visit Litech Academy at academy.litech.com.ng. Until next time.